Have you ever looked at a pile of old t-shirts and wondered what to do with them? Well, instead of throwing away, I turned them into this awesome patchwork cushion. In today's video, I'll show you exactly how I transformed a stack of old t-shirts into something useful, comfortable, and completely unique. If you've got some old clothes lying about, this is a great project to try yourself. Let's get started. So I've had loads of old t-shirts sitting around here for ages. Some don't fit anymore, some are old, and some just have cool colours and graphics on them. And instead of throwing them away, I thought it would be fun to recycle them into something useful. I've never properly made a patchwork cushion before, so this is kind of an experiment. And hopefully, by the end of this video, we'll have something that actually looks decent. The first step was cutting everything into squares. I wanted them all roughly the same size, so everything would line up nicely later. This turned out to be one of those jobs that seems quick at first, and then somehow takes forever. After a lot of cutting, I finally had enough patches to start building the design. Before sewing anything together, I wanted to work out the layout. I spent quite a while moving pieces around and trying different combinations. Every time I thought I'd finished, I spotted something I wanted to change. Eventually, I found a layout I was happy with and started sewing it together. Now it was finally time to start sewing. I joined the squares into row first and then connected all the rows together. This is where the project really started coming together. What was once being a pile of random pieces was slowly becoming into a single patchwork panel. After I finished making the first piece of patchwork, I made another one because the first one was just a practice so I could have a go at patchwork before I made the real thing. However, with this new patchwork panel, I wanted to have a centerpiece that stands out. I originally wanted to make this out of the bottoms of the t-shirt, but that did not work, so I used ribbons instead. I got a corkboard and pinned all the weaved ribbons together. I did this until I had a full patch for my patchwork cushion. Once I weaved all the ribbons together, I put some violin on the back, which basically becomes sticky when you apply heat to it. But this is perfect for keeping all my ribbons together so they do not fall all apart when I sew the whole thing together. The final step for this ribbon patch was to sew around all of the edges. This will make sure all my ribbon ends don't fall apart when I sew this patch onto my cushion. After I finished making this patch, I got some spare patches I cut before. I then arranged all the patches in a pattern on the floor. I then spent over 2 hours sewing all of the patches together until I had a fully finished front for my patchwork cushion. I then got some old curtain material and cut out a square. This square was going to be the back for my patchwork cushion. Once I cut out the back of my patchwork cushion, I decided to put it in a zip. This zip will allow me to take the cushion inside, out, and put it back in again. I then spent the next half an hour sewing the zip onto the front and back of my cushion. I then spent the next 45 minutes sewing the rest of the cushion together. And then I had a fully complete patchwork cushion. I now have a fully complete patchwork cushion. None of the materials I've used for this project have been bought, and they are all recycled materials. This patchwork cushion looks awesome and great. If you have watched till this far, please subscribe to my channel and check out my MakerWorld and website in the description. Thanks for watching this video. Now watch another.